There are moments in life when you look at your situation from every angle and you cannot find a way through. Not because you have not tried. You have tried. You have made the calls. You have had the conversations. You have run the numbers. You have stayed up late turning it over in your mind, looking for the opening, the option, the path forward that makes sense. And every time you look, the wall is still there, solid, unmoved. That feeling, that specific, exhausting feeling of a situation that has no visible way out, is one of the most isolating places a person can find themselves. Because from inside it, it is hard to believe that anything is going to shift. It is hard to hold on to hope when the evidence in front of you keeps saying otherwise. Our Father has something to say directly into that place. Isaiah 43:19. He says, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Isaiah 43:19, ESV. Let that land for a moment. A way in the wilderness, rivers in the desert. Our Father is not describing a situation where conditions were ideal and everything lined up correctly. He is describing the most impossible terrain imaginable. A wilderness has no road. A desert has no water. There is nothing in either of those environments that suggests a path forward exists. And that is exactly where our Father says, "Watch me." Now understand who he was speaking to when he said this. The people of Israel were in captivity. They had been removed from their homes, their land, their temple, everything that had anchored their lives and their faith. They were not in a minor setback. They were in the kind of darkness where the future genuinely looked closed, where the idea that things could be different required more hope than most of them had left. And into that darkness, our Father did not offer an explanation. He did not outline the plan in detail or give them a timeline. He said something simpler and far more powerful than any of that. He said, "I am already doing something, right now, in the middle of this, before you can see it, before it makes sense. It is already in motion. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" That question is worth sitting with. Do you not perceive it? Our Father was pointing toward something that was already happening, that they could not see yet, because they were looking at the wall instead of looking at Him. The new thing was already in motion. The way was already being made. They just could not see it from where they were standing. That is the nature of our Father's work in impossible situations. It rarely starts where you can see it. It starts somewhere beneath the surface, somewhere behind the wall, somewhere in the places you do not have access to. And by the time it becomes visible, it has already been in motion longer than you knew. Think about a moment in your own life when something shifted that you never saw coming, a door that opened from a direction you were not even watching, a conversation that changed everything and came out of nowhere, a connection, an opportunity, a breakthrough that arrived through a path you never could have mapped out on your own. That is our Father making a way in the wilderness. That is rivers in the desert. It looked impossible, right up until the moment it was not. He has done it before, in your life and in the lives of people across thousands of years of Scripture. And He has not changed. The wilderness has not changed His ability to make a way. The desert has not dried up His capacity to bring water. Your impossible situation, the one you have turned over from every angle and found no exit, is not beyond Him. It is not too complicated. It is not too far gone. It is not an exception to what He does. He is already doing something, right now, before you can see it. The Exodus is the backdrop to everything in Isaiah 43, and our Father brings it up Himself. Just a few verses before this one, He reminds the people of what He did at the Red Sea. He parted the water. He made a path through something that had no path. He brought an entire nation through the impossible and out the other side. He had done the unthinkable before, and He was doing it again. But then He says something that is easy to miss. He says, "Do not dwell on the former things. Do not stare at what I did in the past. Look at what I am doing now, right in front of you, a new thing. That is a significant distinction. Our Father is not asking you to live off the memory of what He did last time. He is not asking you to keep replaying the old miracle as proof that He is still capable. He is pointing forward. He is saying, what I am doing right now is its own thing. Watch it unfold. Trust it in real time. That requires a different kind of faith than looking backward. Looking backward at what our Father has already done is encouraging and grounding, and it absolutely has its place. But the faith He is calling for here is the faith that says, I trust you right now, in this situation, in this wilderness that does not yet have a visible road. I trust that you are doing something I cannot see yet, and I will keep moving forward as if the way is being made, because you said it is. That is not blind optimism. That is not pretending the situation is better than it is. It is choosing to anchor your confidence in who our Father is, rather than in what the circumstances currently look like. Because the circumstances do not have the final word. They never have. Every time Scripture records an impossible situation, the circumstances said one thing, and our Father did another. The Red Sea said, stop. He said, go. The wilderness said, there is no water. He provided it. The desert said, nothing grows here. He made rivers. Your situation is saying something right now, something that sounds final, something that sounds like this is just how it is and there is no way through. And our Father is saying the same thing He has always said into moments exactly like yours. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Not I might, not I will consider it. I am doing it. Present tense, active, already in motion. The way is being made right now in the places you cannot see. The river is already moving toward the desert. You just have not seen it arrive yet. So what do you do in the meantime? You keep showing up. You keep bringing it to our Father. You stay in motion in the direction of trust, even when the evidence is slow to appear. You resist the pull to close your hands around the problem and try to force your own solution through a wall that was never going to move on your own strength anyway. And you watch, like David watched after he prayed, expectant, alert, not anxious, but attentive, looking for the new thing that is already in motion, looking for the opening that is being made from a direction you might not be expecting. Our Father has a long and unbroken history of making ways where there were none, for people who had less reason to hope than you do, in situations that looked more impossible than yours. He has never once been stopped by a wilderness. He has never once been dried up by a desert. He is not starting now, whatever you are up against today. He sees it. He is already in it, and He is already making a way. Trust the Father who parts seas and brings rivers to deserts, and trust that what He has always done, He is doing again, right now, for you. Pause here. What did our Father say to you today?